The Big Bang is how scientists explain the beginning of our universe. Imagine everything that exists, stars, planets, and even time and space, squeezed into something smaller than a tiny dot. This dot was incredibly hot, dense, and packed with energy. Then about 13.8 billion years ago, it suddenly expanded and started growing really, really fast. That moment of expansion is called the Big Bang, and it marked the birth of our universe. Here's an easy way to picture it. Think of a balloon that's completely deflated. Now imagine you start blowing it up. The balloon gets bigger and bigger, with every point on its surface moving farther apart. That's similar to what happened to the universe. It started small, and over billions of years, it has been expanding ever since. At first, the universe was too hot and chaotic for anything like stars or planets to exist. It was just a soup of tiny particles, like protons, neutrons, and electrons. As the universe expanded, it cooled down, and these particles started sticking together. This led to the formation of atoms, the tiny building blocks of everything around us. The first atoms were mostly hydrogen and helium. Over time, these atoms clumped together because of gravity, forming giant clouds of gas. These gas clouds eventually gave birth to the first stars. Inside these stars, hydrogen and helium were fused together to create heavier elements, like carbon and oxygen. When these stars died in massive explosions called supernovas, they scattered those elements across space, which helped form new stars, planets, and eventually life, including us. The Big Bang wasn't like an explosion in one spot. Instead, space itself stretched and expanded everywhere all at once. So when people say the universe started with the Big Bang, they don't mean it started in a single location. Instead, the universe began expanding from every point, and it's still expanding today. This means galaxies, huge groups of stars, are moving away from each other, like raisins in a loaf of bread as it rises. How do scientists know the Big Bang happened? They have found a few important clues. One is something called the cosmic microwave background. This is faint radiation left over from the Big Bang, like heat from a campfire, long after the flames are gone. Scientists can also see that galaxies are moving away from each other, which tells us the universe is still expanding, just like it started expanding during the Big Bang. In summary, the Big Bang is how the universe started, from a tiny, super hot dot that expanded into everything we see today. Over billions of years, stars and galaxies formed, creating the beautiful and vast universe we live in. The Big Bang wasn't an explosion in space, it was the creation of space itself, and it set everything in motion.